Olga's trial.
Olga had always dreamed of becoming a surgeon. Ever since she was a child, she had been fascinated by the intricate workings of the human body and the incredible skill of the doctors who could mend it. Now, as a medical student, she was one step closer to her dream. That morning, Olga had been eager to attend the teaching session in the operating theater. It was a special opportunity, a hands-on demonstration of surgical techniques on a cadaver, a vital part of every aspiring surgeon's education. She took her place among the other students, her white coat pristine, and her notebook ready for detailed observations. The teaching surgeon, Dr. Hawthorne, was a seasoned professional with a calming demeanor. He greeted the students with a few words of encouragement before turning to the table where the cadaver lay, covered in a sterile sheet. With practiced ease, he began to uncover the body. Dr. Hawthorne picked up the scalpel and made the first incision. A wave of nausea and disbelief swept over Olga. She couldn't stay. She couldn't watch. Without a word, she bolted from the room, tears streaming down her face. The session continued without her. Dr. Hawthorne noticed her absence but chose to proceed, knowing that the teaching must go on. After the demonstration concluded, he sought Olga out. He found her sitting on a bench in the quiet courtyard outside the hospital, her face pale and her hands trembling.
Olga,
He said gently, taking a seat beside her.
are you all right? I know this can be overwhelming. It's not uncommon for students to feel uneasy their first time in the theater, especially with a cadaver. It's something you'll get used to with time.
She shook her head, wiping her tears.
It's not that, Dr. Hawthorne.
She said, her voice barely above a whisper.
Then what is it?
He asked, his brow furrowing with concern. Olga took a deep breath, struggling to find the words.
The cadaver you used today.
She began, her voice breaking.
It's my grandfather. He passed away last month. He told us he wanted to donate his body to science, and we were proud of his decision, but I didn't know.
Dr. Hawthorne's expression softened, and he placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder.
Olga, I can't imagine how difficult this must be for you. Your grandfather's contribution is invaluable. He's helping us train the next generation of doctors, including you. It's a profound gift.
Olga nodded, her tears flowing freely now.
I know, he always wanted to help people. I just wasn't ready to see him like that.
It's understandable.
Dr. Hawthorne said.
Take the time you need to process this. And when you're ready, come back to the theater. Your grandfather believed in you, and so do I. You're going to make a great surgeon someday.
Olga managed a small, grateful smile. She knew Dr. Hawthorne was right. Her grandfather had always been her greatest supporter, and she could honor his memory by continuing on the path they had both believed in. With renewed determination, she resolved to return to the operating theater, for herself and for him.